Hey guys, so today we're going to do a step-by-step video if you are a beginner and you want to start investing in the stock market. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to open up a investment account, also known as a brokerage account. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. One of the ways that you can do this is just simply go on Google and type in brokerage accounts. And there's a lot of different companies who have this account, so if you can go ahead and just search that on Google, and you're pretty much going to get different amounts of lists. I've heard really good things about DT Ameritrade, so you might want to check them out. So just keep in mind this is a brokerage account, so this is a non-qualified account, and what that means is that when you start to invest in the stock market, and let's say you make profits on a yearly basis, you will have to report that to the IRS when you do your taxes. Now, if you wanted to do something more of a retirement type of investing, then you want to search in individual retirement account, which is also known as an IRA. If you want a post-tax account or an account where you can pay taxes later, then you're going to go for a traditional IRA, just like that. And this is really good account for people who are already in a high tax bracket right now and want to postpone when they pay taxes later down the road. For most investors, that's not the case. Usually you want to go with the Roth IRA, and this is a tax-free account where the money that you put into the account now is tax-free. I'm sorry, you'll pay taxes on the money you deposit into this account, but you will never have to pay taxes as long as you keep your investments in the account and you pull it out later at retirement. So that's a great account. So normally you can go, there's a different couple accounts. I really like Fidelity. Fidelity is just a great overall company. They have lots of great research tools. You can open up a brokerage account with them in terms of the types of accounts they have. So let's say we want to open an account. You can go ahead and choose, let's say you have a 401k with your current company. You can actually select this option that says Rollover Ira, and that basically allows you to roll over your 401k funds into this IRA account. There was the Roth IRA we talked about, and also the traditional IRA. If you're just beginning and you're really not sure how to start, I opened up a regular brokerage account. I would probably not do it with Fidelity because, as you see here, there is a minimum account balance of, I believe it's $2,500, and that might not be the best account right now for you to learn. So I would probably go with a zero account dollar minimum. So zero account dollar minimum brokerage account. And basically this account is just an account where you can start to invest. As you can see here, there's a couple different zero account funds. I believe TT Ameritrade has one. Broker Charles Schwab might have one. And that's just a great, you want to look for an account that you can learn from as you start to invest. All right, so as you can see here, there's a couple different ones. DT Ameritrade is zero account minimum, so that's a great option. Robinhood, although Robinhood is, I don't really like their research tools. They just don't have a lot to offer. I would probably go with the DT Ameritrade. And as you can see here, they also offer free Etf Trading, so zero commission. Commission fees are $6.95 for regular transactions, such as if you were to buy an individual stock like Apple, you would have to purchase $6.95 for each individual stock. Versus if you buy ETFs, which stands for Exchange Traded Funds, then you don't have to pay any commission. So that might be a great route. I've heard really good things about DT Ameritrade. As you can see here, they have a 5-star rating, so that might be something you want to look at. So brokerage accounts. Now, going into a little bit about the stocks, if you want to go ahead and, sorry about that, go back to Fidelity. We're going to go to research, and there's a variety of different types of investments. When you talk about investing in the stock market, you're really talking about either buying mutual funds, you're talking about buying stocks, fixed income bonds, ETFs, and these might be something you want to research individually so you know what you're getting yourself into. There's a couple of good books that I highly recommend. One easy book that I recommend is The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. And this book is just kind of a step-by-step breakdown of how to get started. And what I like about this book is that it's not like a lot of investing books that talk a lot about motivational, a lot of bluff, and just kind of like, get you in the mindset. Although I do feel that it is important to have the right mindset before you start investing. If you're looking for a book that's going to give you more of a motivational kind of financial attitude and mindset, then I would recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then for a strategical book, I would start with The Automatic Millionaire. And just so you know what the Rich Dad Poor Dad looks like, this is going to pretty much get you in the investor mentality. And it basically just talks about accumulating assets that appreciate over time or generate you some sort of cash flow, such as stocks, bonds, real estate investing, stuff like that. So I would actually recommend you read both books. And once you get a little bit more experience, once you kind of figure out how to get started, the next book that I would highly recommend, is A Random Walk Down Wall Street. This book is probably the best book I've read on investing so far in terms of strategic investing. And the idea will basically talk about investing in index funds such as ETFs. And if you go back to the Fidelity account, you can see ETFs are here. And honestly, this is the best way to get started because it's just a more safe way of investing in the stock market. And you would have to open up an account to go ahead and start to ETF. But even if you want to do your own research, you can go on Google and type in the best ETF funds, and basically it will give you, you'll find plenty of articles on here. So if you click on top 3 ETFs for long-term investors, and this is by Investopedia, great resource, a great website to learn more about the financial terminology in the stock market. So I highly recommend you visit. So as you can see here, this is a ETF Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund. So I assume that this ETF pretty much has the entire stock market in this fund. And that's basically what you want. That's going to give you maximum diversity. You always want to take a look at what the expense ratio of each ETF and try to look for one that's the least amount of expense ratios, right? YTD stands for year-to-date performance. So as you can see, for 2018, this fund has averaged about 6.6%, which is still pretty good given that we're only in September of 2018. Here are a couple other different ETFs you can look at. Again, S&P 500 ETF. That looks like it's going to be an ETF that's highly focused in the U.S. economy versus this is a total stock market here. Total stock market, right? So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be making a lot more videos on investing, strategic videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching.